Hey guys, sorry about the long wait of you guys trying to figure out like, yo, where have I been? Why have you been slacking on doing anything? Well, I was on vacation, so there's that. But I'm back now, and I have taken a bunch of notes. That way, I can just jump right into the reviews, and we don't miss a beat. Keep in mind, we're gonna try to keep the streaming process. We're gonna try to keep the streaming trend going. So, but this week, I'm gonna try to stream on Twitch and see how that goes. So hopefully by the time these videos are up, you've either followed me on Twitch or you either followed me on Twitch or you follow me on my YouTube and subscribed already. But yeah, if you're already here, you should have already subscribed to my Twitch. It's gonna be right there, as you can see, like right over here. There's no excuses. Anyways, let's jump right into this newest episode of Tokyo Revengers, bro, because honestly, this episode was fucking cool. There's a lot of like it felt very resolution. It felt like there's a lot of stuff that's been resolved, and I'm really interested to see what's gonna go further because the ending with telling us something certain, it sounds way too happy, and it's got me thinking like, ooh, is it really gonna end happy? I don't know, but we'll have to see. Anyways, if these reviews are shorter than usual, apologize. Just know that I'm trying to get through like 4 videos today and have them all like edited, so please forgive me. But anyways, the first thing I want to talk about is the fight between Hanuma and Mikey, because this fight was really interesting. That Hanama's this he's vice captain. He said he's a vice captain, the first vice captain. Keep that in mind. And so there's captains, vice captains, and I assume the leader. So he's a vice captain. So this guy should be like if lower tier moon, not high tier moon. Um, but it's got me thinking that this guy might be more powerful. Like there's gonna be more powerful people than Mikey, because Mikey couldn't even really like hang with him. Like, oh, well, this guy looks more beat up than Mikey does. But like this guy did hold out against Mikey, and that's something that I don't even think Draken could really do. Or maybe he can. I'm not positive yet, but this definitely got me thinking. The second point is the Drakens. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that on the hospital right there, Draken-kun suffered from cardiac arrest. That was really interesting to see. That his like I can understand like he was able to get up. It seemed like he was all right, but I like how they still kind of push us in that like in the veneer of the whole degree of like he's still really hurt. You guys gotta remember he's been stabbed. He's been in a fight. Like this man can't really hold it out like that. And the other cool part is seeing Mikey just get on the fucking motorcycle and race to the hospital to see Draken. Um, we do know that he's in surgery, and Mikey Kun comes in and kind of like reassuring everybody, like, "Yo, Draken isn't the Renshin isn't the type of person who dies. Like this man can't die. Kenshin, my bad, not Renshin, Kenshin." And then he goes, "Ken doesn't die like that. He wouldn't die like that. He's too cool of a dude." Kind of got like getting the morale of the whole people up, and Takemichi's the first one to be like, "You know what? You're right, Mikey. You're right." We do know there is a certain situation that happens right when the surgery's done and everyone's happy and celebrating. Mikey leaves, and everyone's gonna go tell the rest of the Toman gang outside after Toman just beat Mobius. And Payan, I'm gonna call him Yan for short, he kind of checkins out and he's like, "Yo, like I don't really think I deserve to, because I kind of almost killed Draken." And then Mitsuya kind of checks him and is like, "Bro, Mike, like if you knew anybody who cared more about Pet Chan than anybody, it was Draken. Draken was showing up to his family's grave. He was showing up to like the prison. Like he was doing all this extra stuff just because he did believe in him. Like the fact that this guy was like, 'Yo, we gotta let him die,' wasn't anything to like. There was no bad blood in it. It wasn't like he did it to be an asshole. Like this guy's been thinking about him. He just want to honor his wishes." And then when Takemichi's seeing all this kind of be resolved and the whole gang's happy, he goes looking for Mikey Kun because Mikey Kun's not celebrating. And we see that this really did affect Mikey Kun in a way that honestly we haven't ever seen before. Mikey's never been stressed and afraid of a lot of things, but it's the moment that he almost lost his best friend. And there's a scene earlier this where he tells the boys to stop screaming and stop yelling, kind of just like, we're in a hospital, like have respect, kind of the same thing that of course Draken did to him when they were in the hospital visiting their friends, their old members girlfriend and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like gotta be respectful in this type of environments. And I think that's what we definitely do see here. All right, the next thing we want to talk about um is the Mikey gives Takemichy his old Toman coat. And this is a really powerful thing because this is like a holy relic to the whole Toman gang. Like the fact that Takemichy's getting it proves that not only is he a true member of Toman, but he's the type of person who'd go above and beyond for the gang itself. In the sense he goes above and beyond for family. Something that's really appreciated in that kind of like gang culture is the loyalty you have, not just to your friends and not to the cause, but to the thing that we stand for as a whole. And during this whole little exchange, because again, the humor in is that Takemichi thinks he's the big dog on campus, and Draken checks him real quick too, and is like, "Dude, you're not this. This is so lame. Stop acting like you got a big head on your shoulder." And of course, when Mikey Kun sees him too, he pokes the fun at his little outfit change. He's like, "Bro, why you acting like you're stupid? Why are you dressing like that for?" But he does. Mikey Kun does do something that a lot of people have been speculating that he's been in, which is what like is just paying attention to the subtle things that Takemichi drops when he talks about the future, like how this isn't supposed to be the way it happens and stuff like that. And Mikey Kun puts it together, but he kind of lets Takemichi know, like, okay, there is something going on with you. It's a little strange, but you saved my best friend, and you've been a really good friend to me. So if it's like he's kind of putting it past it. He's like, if it's not affecting us negatively, if it's not really like going in the way of like us, our friendships and stuff, then I really could care less on what you really are, who you really are, and shit like that. He kind of gives him the big talk, saying that he's the reason why he like Toman's alive to this day is because Takemichi believed in them and kind of kept them together even when it seemed like they were going to be pushed apart. We do see a scene, and this is kind of how like the latter half of this episode ends. Is during everything is like said and done, Takemichi goes to Hina's house. He gives her a gift, and he says he wants to see Naoto. He shakes Naoto's hand. After shaking Naoto's hand, he gets pushed back to the past or the future, my bad. And then we see something interesting. Like he's still working at that one job that he hates, and which I think he should have been fired already. He sees that he has an appointment at 12 o'clock, and it's with Akun, and Akun's now an assistant to a hairstylist at a salon company. So Akun's alive in the future. Future's already big changed. Akun is alive. And while they're talking, Naoto calls him. And the funny thing is, Naoto's phone number isn't registered in here. That's got me thinking. I wonder why. But Naoto calls him, and Naoto still remembers everything. He can remember like everything prior to change. And so the one other big thing is Hina's death isn't reported. So Naoto ends the episode saying, with a big shocker, Hina is alive. And wow, what a way to end the episode. Episode honestly solid, like 8 out of 10. It was like a nice following action to like the big episode we had last week. But if I had to guess anything, is like this episode kind of sets it up like everything seems a little too good. I don't know why. It just seems a little too good. So what I'm thinking is, because this featured big changed, I think something's gonna happen that's gonna force these guys. That's gonna force Takemichi to go back in the past because, you know, I feel like the key, like the person who's really pulling the strings here is mad that this plan got thwarted and wants the ability to put everything back on track by being able to interact with past version of Takemichi instead of future Takemichi, because he's gonna force him to go in the past so that way they can change everything before, like, that he wanted the future to be instead of Takemichi the way he wanted the future to be. That's what I'm saying for next episode. That's my little prediction, guys. Let me know if you kind of get what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'll catch y'all later. It's your boy Poppy Wolf saying peace out, peace and love. I'm back, baby. Let's get it. Let's keep the train rolling. And yeah, peace and love. Adios.